Incidents, some real life happening. What's your place on the scene?
Good morning, my beauties. How are you on this lovely day? It's not a lovely day. I'm doing the motorhome blinds. Well, I've been doing the motorhome blinds today with Gappy. You need to. you must probably be all right on your own, doing it on your own. But if I'm doing it with you, you need to. You really need to. Anyway, sick and tired of curtains. I'm had enough of curtains, so we're going to go for the we're going to go with the reflectives. Now you can buy this stuff at B&Q. Let me turn you around. You can get the reflectives from B&Q. This is a large roll, so I'm saying it's about 4 foot tall, and there's 8 meters on there. And it's at £33. So when you think of it, £33, some spray glue, a pair of scissors and a load of patience, you too could come up with this look. Now, be warned. I've just got an example out here to show you, because you can't do it and film it. This is the reflectives. Sorry, from B&Q. Now, shiny on one side, the other side is sort of a matte colour. I can't film things like that. Right, okay. Right, so shiny side and a matte side. So when I tried this out first of all, you can see light through it slightly. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but put a bit in the window. Have I got a fucking smaller bit? No, I haven't. No, it isn't going to work, but you can see slight daylight through them. Hard to rip. So Velcro, and if you double this stuff up, I mean, I've got a 7-foot windscreen and the 2 side panels. Now the first panel's done, double-sided and glued. Because mine have got gullies in, as you can see there, or there. The small ones will just push into place. They look effective. It's double lined, so yeah, they'll be totally blackout and thermal. In the summer, you need them. On a 7-foot windscreen that your bed pulls down to, you know, the bed is up here, and it pulls down to here. If you were facing the east, or you're not checking where you're parking up at night before, if that sun's up at 5 o'clock, you're up by 15:15. It comes through that window like a bleeding sunbed being turned on, trust me. So yeah, in the summer they're handy. In the winter, essential. And if you want to lay in the mornings, in the summer they're essentials. But yeah, so the small windows, that one and that one, I can do with individual pieces. So you find your shapes, or measure up. That it's very light, even when doubled it's light. So now this one you'll see is shiny both sides, and that's a bit of all fixed glue. and cut. They're quite robust and hard wearing. It's like a bubble wrap. I'll put this one in the window and show you, and I'll be back in a second. As you can see, they just push in the small windows. Now, if you've got a big window like this, then I've used a little bit of Velcro. Just a little bit, but get the heavy duty Velcro because you only need a small amount of it and you ain't got to have some big tabs. But yeah, so this one going in, I've already made this one up. Hang about. And that one just goes in like that. So just push them into the windows. I've got another one cut for this side as well. It's only the front windscreen. I've got the shape cut and I've got the two pieces, but I need that bench there on a dry day so I can stick them together and trim them. But this is a good tip. Any windows you can do. So if you ain't got curtains up or you whatever, you can do the same thing. I've got the other one cut and up there. It's only the front one that I haven't got cut. I'm just gonna just getting the other one, which is up because they slide up on my bed. This one's a bit longer, so they take folding in half, which is a good idea. Less to go up, less to go wrong. Right. And this is how easy they are to put up. So again, we've cut just the shape of the window, little bits of Velcro. This is how easy they are to put up. Get off. They're in. They're in. They could be tidied up a little bit, but I'm not too concerned, mate, really. I'm not too concerned because they're glass reflectors. I'll get that little bit down the bottom. Yeah, I mean, it keeps the heat in. Yes, I'll agree, they're not the prettiest looking things, but if they're wet, you can dry them. They're lighter than curtains and they stick at the top. They're just as easy to fit. And when you have a look outside, which I'm about to do now, so come on. As you know, they'll work on any windows, but this is what they look like from outside. Oh, I'm trying to get away with a minute. Total blackout. Problem solved. No smelly curtains. I will do one of the old vehicle when I've got the when I've got a drier day. As I say, it's still bleeding raining now, so I can't finish the windscreen one off. And boom, we're back in the dry. So, how long does it take? A couple of hours. You know, you people who most probably do a better job than what I'm doing. But it can be shaped when we've, you know, I can trim them back a bit more if I need to, but at the minute I don't think I need to. I think they look all right. And to take them down, 1 minute. I've got to show you putting them up and taking them down, I know, because they're out. fold it in half. On a winter's morning, you'd be drying them with a towel if there's a little bit of dampness on them. That's big enough it can go up on its own. How simple was that? It's not hardship, and it's easy. Window coverings are so expensive if you can get them. I mean, I was looking at the ones that wrap round outside. Oh, fucking people can lift up a corner and they're in your fucking living room, aren't they? See where you are, what you're doing. Pointless having them outside the vehicle. You get up, it's fucking snowing. Now you got a big fucking piece of material, 18 foot long, with fucking full of snow that you've got to take off and store somewhere. Ain't happening. So reflectives inside, done the very cheap way. Less than 40 quid. And I've got a 7-foot windscreen. Now it don't stop there. So that's not the end look from the inside or the out. I'll explain that one to you. Let me turn that bleeding radio down again. Every time, innit? Every time. Yes, eventually. Now I can get the windows open and I've got the rough size. The plan is, like the two small windows, I'll spin you around for this bit. Now, the bits of Velcro will come off. As soon as I can open these windows, when we've got a dry day, I'll open the window, mark off my reflective from outside, so eventually they will all sit flush, like in that rail, like that one's fitting in that rail. They'll actually fit in the rails, and I'll only need small, very small bits of Velcro just to hold it in at the top. You know, maybe two smaller bits at the top there just to hold it into the window, but they will be cut to fit in them frames. Like that small one was, and this one will be done the same for this window. They'll be coming off. It's just to measure it. When I drop the window and get the right size, we go to fit in to here, so they sit inside the window, and the same on the bottom there. So now look quite plush when they're done. And for £40 to do a vehicle this size, ain't bad. They do a roll smaller than that, like 3/4 of the size. I didn't get the price of that. I just, because it wasn't big enough for my windscreen. 37 or 35 inch drop on the windscreen. They weren't long enough, so that was the one for me. But as I say, 33 quid for 8 meters. Ain't bad. Double it up, a tin of spray glue, bit of patience and time, and they pop in and pop out. What's easier? And they don't hold water. How long they'll last? They seem quite sturdy, and you can't rip them with your hands. You know, they don't tear easily. So, yeah, it's just bubble wrap on a fucking decent material. So double it, and you'll have no problems with cold coming in your glass. Anyway, I'm off. I've been on too long, and I'll see you very soon. Don't forget to do the nice things. Ta-ra for now. Thanks for Gappy for the hand. Big one to do on Monday. We're going to do the fucking windscreen, but we're there on it. All right, love you to bits, and I'll see you all very soon on the next one. punk rocker and a nun on a bus. And the old punk rockers, trying to get in the knickers. I said, go on, let me give you one. And the bus conductor's gone, oi, leave the lady, don't hassle her on the bus. He said, anyway, by the way, she goes at the graveyard every night, 10:30, and prays to Jesus Christ, looking for his spirit. Ah, he said. 10:30, you say? Yeah. Next night he's up there, punk rocker. Got a big white sheet on. I am the Holy Spirit. Oh, she said, I've been waiting for you for years, and now you caught me and I'm bleeding on. It's the wrong time of the month. Bloody hell. She said, don't worry, you'll have to go the back way. So he's banging away, he gives her one. Finishes, she turns around, looks at him, he pulls the fucking sheet off and goes, punk rocker. She lifted her veil and said, bus conductor.